Hello and welcome to my video. In this YouTube, I'm going to show you how to record your Yamaha E463 keyboard as you sing along. Over the past 15 months, I have published 87 YouTube videos in which I simultaneously played the E463 keyboard as I sang along or explained how to use the E463. And a number of people have asked me, how did you record that? How did you get the good sound? How did you put that all together? That's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you behind the curtain and explain how I do it. Getting good audio while I video the E463 is easy if all I want to do is only record the sound out from the E463. Recording the E463 with an iPhone, an iPad, or a Macintosh on my iPhone uses only one cable. Now, one of the wonderful things about this little keyboard is the USB cable carries both the MIDI data and it carries sound. That's very unusual. My big, fancy, expensive Tyros won't do that, but this little E463 keyboard will do it. So all I have to do is hook up a MIDI, a USB cable from this keyboard and plug it either into an iPhone or an iPad or a Macintosh. And then I use the built-in camera in these three devices, and I can make a very nice video if all I want to do is show me playing the keyboard. But how do I connect a microphone and the E463 keyboard at the same time? There's only one place to plug anything in an iPhone or an iPad. So how do you do it? Where do you plug it in? You can't plug it into the keyboard. Here's the answer. I use an audio interface device to simultaneously connect the E463 keyboard and connect a microphone up to either a computer or an iPhone or an iPad. So what does an audio interface do? An audio interface converts sound into digital data, which can then be stored and edited in a computer or an iPhone or an iPad. It's the way you get sound into one of these devices. There are dozens of them on the market, and you will pay anywhere from $75 to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Here's a few that I just picked out at random. This is what I use, and I paid $115 for it. It's from M Audio, and it works like a charm. I have 3 of these audio interfaces. I've got one of these. I have an iRig Duo IO. I paid $230 for it, and it is set unused and unloved in a drawer in a cabinet in my spare bedroom because this is the thing I love. I just find it a lot easier to use. I like the way the controls look, and it fits my needs perfectly. So if you're going to buy one, don't spend hundreds of dollars on this, my friends. You will never hear it. You will spend money on something you cannot hear. So if you're paying more than $120, $130, you're paying too much. But if you want to plug a microphone and your keyboard into your iPad or your iPhone or your Mac, you're going to need some kind of an audio interface. All of these are dual, meaning you can plug 2 things. You can plug 2 microphones, 2 guitars, 2 keyboards, a guitar and a keyboard. What I'm doing is plugging a microphone and a keyboard. So some of these things only plug in 1, some will plug in 4, some will plug in 8 or 16. Of course, the price goes up. This is what you're going to pay for a device that allows you to plug both a microphone and the keyboard. here's the way it all works. So here's my little M audio, and I plug my E463 keyboard into this connection. And by the way, this is a 1/4-inch audio connection. It's the very same cable that I use on my electric guitar. So I plug either a guitar or a keyboard into this. On the back is a XLR, and that's what my microphone is. So I plug my microphone into this. And then these two little knobs allow me to control the sensitivity. How much sound am I picking up from the microphone and the keyboard? There's connections for speakers. I don't use them. There's a connection back there for the USB cable, and this is how I plug it into my Macintosh. I prefer to use my Macintosh because I've been using Garageband on a Macintosh since the very first day. I spent 30 years working for Apple, so I have literally trained thousands of educators and professors how to use Garageband. There's a place here to plug in the headphones. That's not what I do. I don't plug it into the M audio. I plug my headphones right into the Macintosh because I want to hear exactly what's coming in from my keyboard and what's coming in from my microphone, because I'm going to be mixing these sounds, controlling the volume of each one, and I want to hear what I've got. So this is my setup. And every YouTube I make, this is the way I do it. I use my little GoPro camera to record the video, but not the sound. This little camera has a microphone in it, but I don't use it because I'm not happy with the quality of the sound coming into this microphone that's built into the camera. By the way, this is a tiny little camera. The GoPros are famous because people like to strap them on their head or their chest when they go skiing or skin diving or cross-country biking. It's a great little camera. I think I paid a couple $100 for it. So this is kind of how I usually set it up. I've got this gooseneck device that allows me to bend it and turn it at different angles, and I use one of my old tripods, so it's very easy to move around, and I can point it any way I want, and I can crank this up and down or lower it. I could have this thing 7 feet in the air if I wanted to go that high. It's just, you need a way of easily moving your camera around to point it at exactly what you want to shoot. And this is typically about where I put my camera. Now the M audio is setting on a device, on a table right behind my keyboard. Here's where the cable comes from my E463, and it plugs right in here. Back here, this is where my microphone is plugged in. Here's the USB cable that connects into my Macintosh. And this happens to be my headphones, which I have plugged into the headphone jack on the Macintosh. So where does this cable connect on my keyboard? Let me show you. Right here. On the back of your keyboard, you have a 1/4-inch audio connector called the phone/output. And that's where my 1/4-inch audio cable. All you guitar players, this is the very same cable you would use if you wanted to plug a guitar into the M audio. So now you're looking inside my Macintosh, and I use Garageband, which is free. That is the music software I use to record both the microphone and the E463. So I set up 2 tracks. One track, this is my microphone. This is everything I'm saying or singing. The second track, this is my E463. And it's important to keep them separate because I can go in and edit and manipulate. Maybe I can enhance my voice or put an echo or reverb, or I can manipulate the sound of the keyboard separately from each other. This is a close-up. So one track, this is my microphone. The other track, this is the sound coming from the E463 keyboard. After I'm done recording and videoing my song, I now have to combine and sync the audio with the video from the GoPro camera, because remember I said I do not use the sound from the microphone built in the GoPro. I don't think it's good enough. That's why I have a microphone set up, and that's why I'm recording all of the sound inside my Macintosh using Garageband. I want the best audio quality I can get. And that little GoPro microphone is just not good enough. Then I use iMovie, which is free, and it runs on an iPhone, an iPad, or a Macintosh. I use iMovie on my Macintosh to combine and sync the audio, which is stored in GarageBand, sync it with the video from my GoPro camera. And I'm going to show this all to you in a moment. So now let's go into my Macintosh and watch as I put the sound of the E463 and the mic together with the video from the GoPro camera. Then I'll show you how I add the opening slides, which you're looking at right now, by the way. I'll show you how I add that to the video. And then finally, I'll show you how I publish the final video up into YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my screen as I'm doing all of this. Okay, let's go live to the Macintosh screen and see how it's all put together. Three clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So here I am at the keyboard, and I have my E463 keyboard plugged into my M-Audio Air, and I have this microphone also plugged into the M-Audio Air. And the M-Audio Air is plugged into my Macintosh. And in fact, it's recording my voice right now. So the voice you are hearing is coming from the mic through the M-Audio and is being recorded in GarageBand, and I can see it right there. This is my iPad, and I use my iPad to control my GoPro camera. It wirelessly talks to the camera. So this is how I start it, I stop it, I do all the settings on my iPad. So that clap, 1, 2, 3, that is how I start off every recording. And I will be using that clap to synchronize the video with the sound which is being recorded in the Macintosh. So I'm going to sing a little song. I'm going to do Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, just enough so you get the idea of how do I put a song together. So here we go. I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Now, normally what I would do is I would reach out and stop the audio recording, and the last thing I will do is stop my video. So I'm going to do that now. I will start by stopping the Macintosh, which is recording all of the sound. Ready? In this next section, I'm going to show you how I put everything together. And let me start with the slideshow at the beginning. To create the slideshow, I used an application called Keynote. Keynote is free. It was developed by Apple and it runs on the Macintosh, the iPhone, and the iPad. So here is my Keynote slideshow. Okay, this should look familiar. This is how I started off the video. So what I did is I ran the presentation as I did the narration, and I recorded everything as a video. All right, so let me show you that. Here is the video of my slideshow, and let me pop it open just a moment, and you can see what it looks like. I'll start it. Hello and welcome to my video. In this YouTube, I'm going to show you how to record. So now my slideshow is a video, and that's how I started the beginning of this video. Next, I sat down and I recorded myself with the GoPro camera and Garageband, and it looked like this. Three clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So here I am at the keyboard, and I have my E463 keyboard plugged into my M audio. All right, I'll stop it for now. You will see this in its entirety in just a moment. As I was talking and playing, I was recording my voice through the microphone and the sound output of the keyboard into Garageband. And so here is that recording in Garageband. I'm going to pop it open. By the way, Garageband is also free, made by Apple, and it runs on the Macintosh, the iPhone, and the iPad. So there are 2 tracks. This track is my microphone, and this track is my E463 keyboard. And let me just start playing it. 3 clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So up here is my voice coming through the microphone. So here I am at the keyboard, and I have my E4. And then this track down here, this is my E463. So let me advance the playhead, and this is where I start playing right here. And I'll start playing it so you can hear it together. So here we go. So the keyboard is playing, and then I started singing right here. I've heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. So I've captured the keyboard and my singing in GarageBand, and it's in 2 separate tracks. Then what I did is I took those 2 tracks, combined them into one, and produced just one sound file. And the way I do that is I said share, and I said export song to disk. And what it did is it took the 2 tracks, combined them into one. So now I have one sound file that has both my voice and the E463 recorded in very high definition digital audio. All right, let me close this up. And here is that recording. This is the recording of me talking and singing and playing my E463. And it's just a file. And now I put everything together in iMovie. So I'm going to open up iMovie and sort of step you through the process that I used. I'm launching iMovie. Once again, iMovie is from Apple and it's free and it runs on a Macintosh, an iPad, or an iPhone. So I hooked up my GoPro camera to the Macintosh and I pulled in this video. iPad to control my GoPro camera. It wirelessly talks to the cameras. Okay, so this is the original video recording, and this is the soundtrack that I got out of Garageband. Now, what I want to do is I want to combine these two. I'm going to pick up the video. This came out of my GoPro. Let me expand it a little bit. And now, right here is where I clapped my hand 3 times. Let's watch that. 3 clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And let me zoom in on this on the screen so you can see that. And I can clearly see those 3 spikes. I can clearly see where my hand was clapping. And furthermore, I can watch the video as I drag this back and forth. Watch up here. I can tell exactly where that clap is. So this is what I did. I want to pull my sound recording from Garageband. And I can tell right now I see those 3 click marks. And what I need to do is line up the sound with the video so that they're in sync. So let me do this. Let me expand this so I've got a very, very close view of what's going on. Okay. All right, bear with me. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance the video as I watch, and I'm looking for the 3rd clap. Ready? 1 clap. 2 claps. 3, right there. And I'm going to click my mouse. And when I do that, I put a line. I put a line right where the 3rd clap is. Now all I have to do is go down here to my sound and line up the 3rd clap sound with that line. And now my recorded sound in Garageband is in perfect sync with the video. The next thing I need to do is I need to get rid of the sound that was recorded by my GoPro camera. And that's easy to do. Watch this. I'm going to take my mouse, and when it turns into that, I just press the mouse, drag it down, and what I just did is I turned off all of the original sound in the video that was captured by the GoPro. So now what I have is I have the original video and it's synced up perfectly with the high quality digital sound that I recorded in Garageband, and it looks like this. 1, 2, 3. Nice and clear, high quality digital. So that's the secret. Then what I did is I went up here and I said I want to share this, and I sent out a file. So what I need to do is I need to combine the video and the audio into one high quality video. And I'm not going to bore you sitting here watching this for 10 minutes, but the way I did it is I simply went share file, and what it did is it produced a video that has the high quality sound synced and added into the original video. Okay? And in fact, That's what this is. This is the combination of the sound from the Garageband combined with the original video, and it sounds good. Let me go to the middle. Our hearing is coming from the mic through the M audio and is being recorded in. So it's nice and clear. The microphone is picking up my voice perfectly. And then later on, I capture the keyboard. I've heard there was a secret chord. So this video is what I'm aiming for. I want the good quality video combined with the high quality digital sound. So now I'm going to go down and I'm going to get rid of my work that I did to produce that. The next thing I did was I came down here and I grabbed my presentation. This is my opening slides, this video. And then I want to drop in the video that I produced of me singing and everything. And then I will drop in the video that showed how I put all of this together, which you are watching right now. And then when I'm finally done, I dropped in the video showing how I took my final video and put it up on YouTube. So most of the magic happened here in GarageBand. I'm combining the 4 videos. And then finally, after I have it, I took the final video and logged into YouTube and uploaded it to YouTube. So that's the process. Most of the work occurs here in iMovie, and iMovie is free. My video, I want to show you how I take the final video that I've created and publish it up on YouTube. So here is my final video, and I want that up on YouTube. So I'm going to open up my account, and I'm going to click on Create and tell it I want to upload a video. And I wait for a moment, and I get this blank screen, and what it says is drag and drop video files to be uploaded. So I have to go find my video. Here it is. I'm going to set it up here so you can watch this. So I'm going to pick this up, this video file, and drag it right here and let go. And it takes just a second. And then this page pops up. And it wants to know what title you want. And I'm going to say how to record an E463. And then I could type in some information. I'll leave that blank just now. I won't bore you watching me type. And I need to scroll down, and I need to tell it, no, this is not made for children. If you make a YouTube for children, there's all kinds of special safeties and safeguards you have to worry about. My videos are never designed specifically for children. Okay, so I say no. And then I click Next. Now it wants to know if I want to try to make money. I never try to make any money on any YouTube I've ever put up. So I'm saying turn monetization off. Okay. Next. And this page doesn't matter, so I'll click past it. This page doesn't matter, click past it. And now I have to tell it, I want my YouTube video to be public. I want the whole world to be able to watch it. And I'm sitting here, and normally you would click publish, but I'm watching this message and it tells me that the upload is complete. That means that my little video has been uploaded into YouTube, and now it's starting to process. So this could take anywhere from 2 or 3 minutes, as much as 10 or 15 minutes. In fact, it says it's 95% done. I'm not going to waste your time, But I will sit here and watch this message. When everything is done, and it could take anywhere from 5 minutes to 25 minutes, depending upon how long the video is. Anyway, when I finally get the message that it's done, I will click the word publish, and that's it. It's now out there, and the whole world can watch it. Okay? So that's how you take any video and put it up on the YouTube. I hope you found that interesting. Thank you for watching, and be well.